Ren was about 12 months old. We kind of started noticing she was kind of falling down and having some kind of balance issues. We weren't sure what was going on. The physical therapist came and saw us and had worked at a Shriners down in San Diego and immediately kind of said, we got to get you guys down to Portland to see a specialist down there.
Immediately after Ren was diagnosed, we were sort of folded into the Shriners family, and they gave us support through those early weeks and months. They were able to connect us to an adult living with SMA, which was huge for our family.
I came because they had a doctor's appointment. They were 2 weeks old. And I came here and I was so sad. I was in I had a traumatic stress. This place helped me. The ladies, a friend, they knew, somehow they knew that I was not right. And at first, I said no, because I didn't want to talk to nobody. And then I keep coming and coming here. The lady, she just grabbed one and I grabbed the other one, and it's like, I feel like in this place, I feel like they're my family.
When I was 16 weeks pregnant, I found out that I was having a boy and that my little boy had a defect on his back, that it was spina bifida. And after some testing, we found out that his defect level was very high up on his back, and I was told that he most likely would never walk, he would never crawl, he would never eat on his own. And it wasn't until I found a group on Facebook actually of families with children that have spina bifida, and one of the things that I had found in those pictures was babies in wheelchairs, and these little wheelchairs were called Zipzac chairs. They had told me, you know, there's different things that he'll need a wheelchair eventually, and I asked them if they had ever heard of a Zipzac chair, and they hadn't. And so I showed them what it was, and they told me that really, unless I was able to pay for it out of pocket, insurance would never cover something like that. So they told me about Wheel to Walk Foundation, and we wrote letters, and I mean, they were amazing, and they got us the chair almost immediately, and I mean, it's just been great ever since.
My wife and I decided to have kids 4 years ago. You know, we took the leap, not sure what to expect really, excited to be parents. Start getting the house ready, and then we start to hear complications 4 months in. We give a call to the advice nurse, and they have us rush down to the NICU. And from there, the doctors basically tell us she's kind of not going to survive. After the initial shock, they admit my wife, we go through the process. I actually rush home, and they were informing us that basically things may not go well, and if they do, they're gonna have to take her out of the womb. They kind of explained to us that she possibly is dying right now, and if we take her out, keep her safe, then she'll be better. The moment comes where she has to come out, and it happens to be Mother's Day. Obviously, we spent 73 days in the NICU. We were there every morning. We've grown to understand with the community in March of Dimes is that all the volunteers and donations and funding and all the work that they do, all that money goes to educating the nurses and educating the NICU and coming up with new alternatives. And it essentially saved my girl's life. Karis is fully recovered now. She's doing much better. Her favorite is the alphabets. She sings her ABCs. Everything a normal kid would love to do.
All three of our kids are type 1 diabetics. Maeve was first diagnosed when she was 5 years old. Often happens, we started noticing that she was thirsty a lot and going to the bathroom a lot. So we were told we were needing to head up to OHSU and go to diabetes boot camp to figure out how we can take care of Maeve.
So while we were there, the diabetes educator immediately said, I want to put you in touch with, you should know about Gales Creek Camp. It's this wonderful resource for families and kids who have type 1 diabetes.
Sometimes it's very hard to find other families that are going through the same thing or have diabetes or have these types of diagnosis. And it was fantastic going to Gales Creek and all of a sudden being around a ton of people who, both for Kendra and I, parents who were dealing with the same things and had the same issues, and for Maeve, seeing a bunch of other kids that had diabetes. I remember the feeling was just great.
My son, Riley, was born 7.5 years ago. At about 18 months, I started realizing that something was different and off. Biting, hitting, scratching, kicking, very, very antisocial. So we called around, called a few places, finally contacted Albertina Kerr, and they were wonderful, just getting us in really quickly and focusing on what they could do to help. He loved the OT therapy. He also really liked playing with his therapist and having chats with her, and I think he felt safe talking to her and knew he wasn't being judged. The work that Albertina Kerr did with Riley and I is just, I can't say enough good things. I don't think Riley would have had the success that he's had in life and friendships and our relationship that he would without Albertina Kerr. You know, he's worked hard at that too, but he couldn't have done that without this place.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Hey, baby girl.
Thank you.